So this is actually our second time at 1 Million Cups. As David mentioned, we're from Delaware, and we did our first 1 Million Cups in Wilmington, Delaware, with an audience about this size, and that was with Shop Tutors. And so about a week into the program, we found out that Shop Tutors wasn't for us. We spent about 8 months working on this online booking company, and it wasn't worth our time. And so what we did, we're at the outer start of Accelerator. We're wondering where we're going next, and we decided to come back to one of our old ideas, which was a marketplace for private student loans and student loan consolidation. So a lending tree of sorts in the student borrowing market, and that's where we found Common Loan. And so student loans are a huge problem, and today 71% of graduates graduate with some form of student loan debt. That takes the total to an average of $29,400 per borrower between federal and private student loans. And so that number is growing, and in Iowa, it stands at about $28,000 per borrower graduate. And so if you're looking to borrow for a student loan, you'll go and hop on Google. You'll type in student loans, and the first thing you'll see is Sallie Mae. And so if you're like most borrowers and students, you'll apply at Sallie Mae with your cosigner. You'll fill out a 45-minute application, and then after you fill out that application, you'll receive maybe an 8.5% fixed interest rate. But what if you're paying too much? Is 8.5 good? Is it fair? What about the rest of the lenders in the industry? What about the Discovers, the Wells Fargos, the Veridians, the smaller community banks? Do they have better interest rates available for you as a borrower in your individual scenario? That's where Common Loan comes in. Common Loan allows borrowers to receive multiple offers from our lender partners all in one place so that you know you're getting the best deal, because even 100 basis points matters and can add up to thousands of dollars over the course of the loan. We aim to centralize this process so that you can choose the best offers and save by filling out one simple application. And so Matt and I, for the last about 6 weeks, have been building out our Common Loan product in 2 phases. And at this point, he'll walk through a short video showing what we're doing.
So the front end of our website is a pretty simple lead generation form. A borrower can fill out some simple information, and then we use this to pre-qualify them for different lenders. So for example, if you have a credit score less than 690, you will not appear for SoFi. They can easily browse multiple lenders for federal loans, student loan consolidation, and private student loans. But what's much more interesting is the back end of our website. Borrowers can fill out one form. After this one form, we run a soft credit check. And with the agreements with our lenders, we show them multiple estimates of what they can expect to pay. If they would have actually gone and applied at each of these lenders' websites, it would have taken them hours. On average, their credit would have gotten hit 5 points each time, and by using our system, they can save thousands of dollars over the course of their loan. In launching only a month ago, we've seen quite a bit of traction in a short amount of time. We've had over 2,500 unique visitors, over 45 borrowers submit our pre-qualification form, and we now have 5 lender partners. Those lender partners include CU Student Loans, a group of over 160 credit unions, Charter One, Citizens Bank, Darien Rowayton Bank, and SoFi. But how are we going to make money?
Sure, so we plan on charging the borrower nothing, but we are going to make our money from the lenders who pay a significant amount of money for leads. And so on the private student loan arm of our business, we can expect $200 per booked application on our lenders' balance sheets. On the student loan consolidation arm, we can expect a much higher number, $500 up to $700, depending on the size of the loan. And so with 1.4 million-ish private student loan borrowers each year, it's really exciting. At $200 per application, the market gets very big, with $280 million in addressable market, and we think we can take a big presence with 25% market share. We see ourselves alongside the Sallie Mae's, the Discovers, and the Wells Fargos on the internet as the place to go to find a student loan. And it gets more interesting with the consolidation arm. We actually started with just the private student loan arm, but when talking to the lenders, they were actually much more interested in the consolidation piece of our business. And so with $1.2 trillion in outstanding student loan debt, only behind mortgages, there's a lot of loans to be consolidated. And over 3.7 million borrowers have over $50,000 in student loan debt. At $500 per application, it gets very big very quick with $1.85 billion in addressable market. And we think we could, again, take 25% market share. And the number is astoundingly huge. And so a couple companies you may have heard of. One is called Simple Tuition and the other is called Credible. Simple Tuition's been around for a while, since about 2006. You'll fill out an application form similar to ours, but what they do is they'll show you a interest rate range of 3 to 12%. And 3 to 12% is a huge difference if you're shopping for loans. And so they're not creating any value, and then they'll send you an email every morning and every afternoon, sometimes looking to buy your iPhone 5 before the iPhone 6 comes out. And then on the other end of the spectrum, there's a company called Credible, which we found out that wasn't credible at all. So they're trying to do a full integration, which we actually started out doing, but we found that the technology was not there in terms of integration with the lenders. And so they're struggling to create value. And so we want to fall right between the two. We want to take just enough information with just enough integration that is still technologically possible, and we're not going to spam. So we want to create value with the technology that's out on the market as it is today. And so me and Matt have a pretty experienced background. We have experience in financial services, technology. Matt and I have worked together previously on Shop Tutors, our other software company, and we had both started companies prior to that on our own. Our advisory board is very experienced as well with Adam Ingersoll and Dan Smith. Their backgrounds are exceptionally deep in corporate marketing, strategy, and technology, as well as finance. And so with that, we'd like to open it up for questions from you guys.